Today, we're going to introduce Romanticism. Romanticism is one of the most important historical events in the art history. Romanticism, also the Romantic era or the Romantic period, is an artistic, literary, and intellectual movement that originated in Europe toward the end of the 18th century and was its peak in the proximate period from 18 to 1850. What caused Romanticism? There is some reason. One, society. Romanticism was a cultural movement that started in Europe. It was somewhat of a reaction to the Industrial Revolution, which occurred during the same time period. Another reason, individual. Romanticism focuses on starting from the subjective inner world in reflecting the objective reality, expressing the enthusiastic pursuit of the ideal world, often using passionate language, magnificent imagination, and exaggerated techniques to shape the image. Now, let's appreciate an artwork, master artwork from that time period, named Ophelia, by John Everett Millais. In this oil painting, you could say the painter used high technique and skill to depict the natural environment, and there is a female wear a historical costume, just slowly floating in the river. Characteristic of Romantic art. Romanticism art is kind of different than art form. Romanticism artworks is not related to the political content or historical event. There is trying to find a new sense, the sense about idea and feeling. There are some characteristics of Romanticism art, like emotion, feeling, mood, spirituality, imagination, mystery, fervor. Techniques. One technique employed by many Romantic painters was the use of small, close strokes of complementary colors to create brilliance and vivid visual effect. This technique was later adopted by Impressionists, who added their own interpretation of the method. Unrefined outlines and restrained brushstrokes, and the emphasis on color over form makes the painterly style the choice of Romanticism. This style also includes visible brushstrokes, which lend themselves to an energy and immediacy to painting which is often subdued in the smoothed area of color found in previous period of time. For next part, artists and their artworks during the Romantic period. There is a famous artwork, Labor Guiding the People. Eugene Delacroix, Brian Fernand Victor Eugene Delacroix, from 1798 to 1863, was a French painter hailed as the trailblazer of the French Romantic school. In true Romantic fashion, the master of color dazzled his admirers and confined his critic by painting brutal subject matter that often conveys strong underlying emotions. Influenced by Renaissance masters like Peter Paul, Rubens, and Michelangelo, Delacroix fine-tuned his own explosive and expressive style, specifically his ability to convey complex and violent imagery through use of vivid color. Caspar David Friedrich. Caspar David Friedrich was a German Romantic landscape painter. Friedrich's solemn allegorical paintings are typical of Romanticism, competitive and symbolic, often with the addition of ghostly figures exuded solitude and amidst the wetness of nature. Considered the most important German artist of his generation, Friedrich continued painting in the Romantic tradition, even as its popularity waned. For the modern Romanticism, today Romanticism can be found in a wide cross-section of film, television, literature, music, and art. Whether it's a focus on external power of natural audience reaction to a particular medium, contemporary societies rip with romance in a romantic sense. In the artwork, Romanticism provided a new way to interact with painting, to not only capture the depths of human experience, but to capture the human with intensity of color and form. Here's an artwork from contemporary Russian artist Anna Razumskaya. We can see there are totally different visual appearance compared with the 18th century's impressionist artwork. There is females with their emotion, with their different face look in this artwork, and the artist used the abstract element combined with classic element together to form a new visual effect. It's amazing artwork, and we're still exploring it. Okay.